What's up, crypto junkies? It's Jay, and today I have a special little surprise for you. I'm with Matt, who's, I believe your technical role is founder of Mint Builder, correct?
Yeah, correct. Founder and CEO. Yep, that's right.
All right. Well, thanks for jumping on with me. And today I think we got a little jam session lined up so that we can chat Mint Builder. This is a newer thing that we've brought to the community, and I think right now we've got about 130 people in our team, and we're just starting to kind of ramp up our efforts with this. And I know in the community we've got a ton of people who are excited about this, and then also too at the same time they have questions. So we actually started doing this week will be the first week that we're going to do a weekly kind of check-in call and answer a lot of the questions. But I already know what a lot of the questions are, so I was hoping to actually ask you some of these questions and maybe get some clarification and get some points of reference for people.
Yeah, and actually it goes back even a little further than that. Back in 1996, I started doing day trading with precious metals because you can see what was kind of happening with the market and why precious metals. But you're correct, about 7.5 years ago, we started in this industry because it's actually a tangible product, something you can actually hold on to, and it's not something that's consumed. So you're actually getting something that you continue to hold and save. And so that's why we did that. Now, just recently, we basically just rebranded the whole thing. And for two reasons. One, with the binary structure versus the unilevel structure, we believe with the binary, there's more of a team atmosphere. There's people helping people to be successful. And so we see that. And then, of course, with the cryptocurrency being the way it is right now, it's taken off and being the kind of go-to thing, we've added that in as well. And so that's kind of one of the main purposes of the rebranding. So how we're set up, we're able to not only take payments in Bitcoin, but also be able to pay commissions in Bitcoin. So it's completely fluid with that at this point. And so we're going to continue to make that even easier as we go along. So. Actually, we're in the process right now of working through connecting Litecoin. I don't know when it's going to be done 100% at this point, but you guys are definitely the first to know about that. It's something we just started working on in the last few days. So yeah, you guys are the absolute first to know about it. That's the next one. And then we'll continue to make it more accessible with all kinds of different things. But that's definitely the next one that we're heading towards because it is more affordable. And I think a lot of people are tending to lean more towards that at this point. So. We definitely, with this rebranding, the launch, we definitely started off with the very simplistic program. We did that on purpose because it's more streamlined. But as we go, we'll definitely be adding more products. We're very familiar with having more products and what different things you can put in there. So that's something we'll be doing as this new year 2018 is rolling out. You'll start seeing more stuff like that happening.
Nice.
And potentially even different autosaver products as well. So
yeah, being able to have like a little store like that really, from what I've noticed, that's gotten a lot of people really, really excited. I think they kind of feel like they've got their own little Amazon, but for precious metals.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's great.
No, like I said before, I mean, as long as you're staying up to pace with everything, there's not a lot to be worried about. I don't think. I agree with you. I think that they are going to try to regulate. Of course, they are, so they can get their hands on more, taxes, things like that. That's to be expected. But I mean, as long as, we stay with the current trends, there's always going to be, I believe, personally, is my thought, that there's always going to be a way to continue to move forward, giving people the best, the best for, what we can do. And so we'll just continue to always stay above par and just continue to promote the best we can promote with what we have. So, I guess as far as the direct question of, am I afraid of what's going to happen? No, I don't think so. But I also do know that, those kind of regulatory things will take place eventually. Actually, we've been able to kind of sway past that because we're dealing with collectibles for the most part. Now we do have bullion and stuff, and the way it's set up, that we've always ran for the last 7.5 years is that it's pretty much private. We don't have a thing where we're turning in, letting people, the government know how much silver or gold somebody has. Nobody's ever processed anything like that. We've processed tens and tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of customers and never had that issue. So it's a pretty private matter.
I don't think any of that's really changed, has it? Like that's kind of the same old rules that it's been.
Yeah, I think so.
So I don't think they'd even be able to come in and change anything like that just because you're processing payments through Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency. Because they would never do that to something like Amazon.
Right.
Let's say Amazon or eBay started accepting crypto, they would never change on them and force it.
Pretty much, if someone's going to build a good business and they're going to be good leadership, there's a couple different components to it. One is the power legs are definitely a big part of it. One of the things early on, I made a mistake. I remember in the late 90s when binary was pretty new, of building it out, just basically lining it up from left to right, skip the next level left to right and going 2-4 like that, 2-4, 8, 16. But really building the power legs and then helping your team, helping the people inside your team to build into their weak leg because they already have half of their business structured. There's just no other business model like that where, a big portion of their business is already structured for them. All they have to do is work on one side of it and the rest is done for them. And so that's the key component to a binary. I mean, so many people can help each other just by utilizing the people the sales that they make from the customers they bring in, upline customers that are brought in for you, and downline customers that are brought in. So you have all this teamwork going on. It's just a matter of you doing your part, building out your own power legs. Each person does the same, and then you just help as a leader. The leaders will definitely be rewarded for it. We're seeing people blasting up through the ranks. In 4 weeks, we see people already going up to, we got a couple people that are about to hit, I haven't even announced it yet, but are about to hit Master Mint Builder, which is the second highest rank, meaning they can earn $5,000 a week. They're hitting that probably by tonight. It'll be loaded up, and this is only in the first 4 or 5 weeks of the business. So, and that's what they're doing. Yeah, 2018 it would be extremely nice to actually start off with just 25 mint presidents, because that creates a perfect foundation for people to be able to help others. Because you got to remember, every rank means that there's 2 people who are ranked below that. So if there's 25, there's potentially 50 master mint builders and so on and so forth. So it creates a good structure. But the main point of all of this is helping families earn income, in a good way. Like you're talking $25 or $250 per week minimum, and then helping them do that. But mainly, the main purpose of the reason we even started doing this, a decade ago with some other stuff, was to get families saving again, and not saving, trash for cash. I'm talking about saving precious metals, saving something really tangible. That's the point of the program in the first place. That's our ultimate goal. So.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for precious metals. I had a bunch and I went through a rough time financially and I had to sell it all off because I felt like I did, no other option. I got to sell this off, and I got rid of it. And now I'm just starting to rebuild kind of my own personal gold and silver reserves. Tell you what, like when you have that built up, it's like you sleep like a baby. It's almost like you got a gun under the pillow or something, and your whole family's safe from that standpoint, because no matter what happens, that for the most part, you'll be okay. Something goes away. When fiat goes away, we always default back to precious metals. So it's like that safety blanket. Yeah, that's amazing. So 25 mint builders, that would be huge. And because I know that when, I didn't really know about the binary stuff. And so when I first started, I kind of I got lost in like, okay, do I stick to this just right and left and build that deep, or I start to fill out the middle? And then I realized that once I started to kind of fill out the middle, that then I've got more people who are like lost. Now I've got to help that many more people and keep that many more people. So am I right in assuming that to kind of build it out initially, you want to just stick to just right and left, building straight down, almost trying to get equal 50-50 part?
Exactly. Okay. That's exactly what I'm going to do, because you'll be able to help the most people that way. I had the same mindset too before in the past, where I was trying to fill the whole thing in. And the reason why you want to do that, because you think you're helping, and you are helping those small amount of people. But then if you're just building the power legs, you're helping more than, infinite amount of people you're helping. By building half their business for them. So really. Yeah,
because the whole point of this is that as soon as I build up, as I continue to build up the people underneath me and they go through the rankings, then they do the same thing. And so everybody's just paying it forward, returning the favor. And so as long as that continues, which it's almost forced, it's like a forced built-in piece of the whole model. As long as that continues, then everybody does get served, but they're not getting served by like me. And that's a big thing that I try not to do, is that when with the position that I'm in, right? And as we continue to grow our following and our YouTube channel and all that, is like, I don't want to just enable people to be like lazy and be a victim. I want to empower people to actually like take control of talking to these people, personally enrolling them, creating a dialogue, creating a relationship, and also too benefiting financially, because it's going to feel that much more rewarding versus me like getting the spoon, dipping it into food and you know, putting it in their mouth. Like they're doing so many more of the pieces.
And actually all of the things you just mentioned are all will help retention rate for everyone's business that follows through that model. Their retention rate will go through the roof.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, actually, you know, it's what's crazy is I actually see every package that's going pretty much out the door, and as many autosavers as there are, you know, the thousands of autosavers that go out each month, I'm seeing probably more than double that with orders from the shop. So we're seeing, and I think a lot of people are taking advantage of, you know, the more at-cost pricing, really, really powerful. The pricing is very competitive priced, and so a lot of people are taking advantage of that. So yeah, and it's really, really, it's really making a big difference, because to me that's exciting, because again, the mission is to actually help families, like you said, they sleep better because they know they have a real savings that anytime they could liquefy if they wanted to. And so that's what people are doing. So
yeah, that's cool. Because I'm looking to get more involved with the shop. I think for me, I just don't really know how, but I know a lot of people in the community will be running with the shop concept because the rates are really competitive, both the retail and whatever the other price was, the direct price that you give.
Yeah.
Very, very competitive in comparison to a lot of other options out there.
Right.
Because the gold and silver and numismatic coin game is like, it's an old one. There's been some people in that industry for a long time, like passed down lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes. You know, like one of the very first guys I listened to is Mike Maloney. And he's been running, what is that, goldsilver.com for how long now?
Yeah, a long time.
Yeah, he's one of the first guys that I listened to on gold and silver. I don't even remember. I think it was the book he did with Robert Kiyosaki.
Yeah, Robert Kiyosaki gets into it just as much as Mike Maloney does as well. So
yeah, it's one of those old school like money under the mattress, I guess.
Yeah.
Strategies.
Absolutely. I'm hardcore set on, if you don't physically hold it, you don't own it, because you just don't know what's going to happen in the economy. The bank, if you actually read into it, a lot of times the security deposit or boxes are set up where that they can actually confiscate if something really bad happens in the economy. Places that say they'll hold it for you. There's been things where those places were actually scams. So it's really scary. I mean, you could always do your research to make sure you could do that. But I always am under the thing is, if you just need to hold it yourself. Don't tell people, don't show people you have it. Put it somewhere in a safe and hide the safe away somewhere, and it'll be just fine, as long as you're not going around telling the whole world how much silver and gold you have in your house. Other than that I believe in that methodology of just holding it. So
okay, got it. And I would tend to agree, because even if you had the most secure vault and it was, you know, a company that's a Swiss company that's been running for 10, 15 years, like you still have the problem, like, okay, let's fast forward to worst case scenario. Stuff starts to fall apart. How are you going to get in there? You know what I mean? How are you going to go get it?
Exactly.
Because you probably have to sign 15 things and fingerprint it and eyeball scan. And it's not going to be the quickest thing to where you can just stroll on down and get it.
Right.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. And as long as you're not out there like posting billboards about it, like you should be just fine. Put it in the basement or somewhere that nobody really can see it or knows what's going on. No questions are going to be raised. Yeah. It should be absolutely.
Again, we just literally are just starting, you know, and we're just starting to basically the second month of real launch, and we're already seeing people make well past $10,000. I'm seeing people use all of their earnings. People that are, you know, probably on the maybe the higher lower income class bracket that I've talked to, and that they're earning thousands of dollars, and they're putting it all into precious metals. And I can see those shipments going out the door, and these people are ordering sometimes 2 packages, 3 packages a week of all this bullion and stuff. And these are people that would never otherwise be able to have a savings account. So it's brilliant to see them actually starting to build a save, you know, because of the earnings that they made with this company. So they actually are basically getting free bullion sent to their house. So
that's amazing. But you notice that a lot of people are taking the earnings and just using that to reinvest into the precious metals themselves.
Absolutely, especially at the cost they're getting it for.
What better way? What better way to utilize the money?
Exactly. Right now, it's kind of we're working through a different program. We're trying to set up a program where you can pick if you want to get Bitcoin payments, or if you want to take a check, or if you want it to be sent to your own customized Visa card. That process is I was actually just going through the whole process today with the rep, going through some questions and stuff. But we'll have that set up soon. In the meantime, you can always just submit an email to support, and they'll PayPal it to you. We can send you a check, or you can take Bitcoin. You see, you have 3 basic options at this point. So.
Yeah, I don't really see a point to doing PayPal or a check.
Yeah, most people don't. Most people do Bitcoin, probably 80%. So.
Yeah, or get the coins themselves.
Exactly.
Awesome. So anything else that you guys have planned on the horizon for 2018 that we can get excited about outside of the integrating more coins, building out the shop? Anything else like structurally or team-wise that you guys are looking to do?
We definitely want to, we're structuring to put together like a team board that will help like connect corporate sides, so we can stay like very, very fluid with each other to know exactly what's going on with the field side, so that I feel like if we're going to be consistently growing and learning about new things, we can't do it just corporate. It has to be everybody's, kind of coming together. So putting together that board has been something that's been on our mind, and we'll be working on now that things are starting to, be more set and standardized. And I do have a little sneak peek too, to let you guys know the next autosaver is coming out. Nobody else knows this either, so you guys will be the first to know this. The next autosaver is coming out. It's an MS70 Thor coin, and actually we were able to go through NGC because we're right here with them. We have a partnership with them, and get the Marvel label put on it with that coin. But then the next coin after that, if you guys are getting people in next month, you're going to want to get people in right away, because that next coin is, we already locked it in and we're getting it graded. It's going to be coming in soon. And the coin has already went up like $40 in value since the time we locked it in. So this coin is going to be worth already $160 some out of the gate. And remember, all in is only 127. So, and that coin is it's a 2016 Panda. And it's one of the first 30,000 struck. So it's a hot coin. So wow. Those are some of the future ones coming. So I'll just let you guys know a little bit about what's happening.
So a Thor coin, and you said a Panda coin?
Yep. 2016, last year's Panda. Yeah, we were able to grab a hold of some of the first 30,000 struck. So yeah.
Wow, that's exciting. And I know that's been a question that I've been hit with is, are they going to keep making more numismatic, and are we going to get into like maybe more rare coins, more rare numismatics, and then like what does that kind of look like? So that'll be a regular thing then. People can assume that there'll always be more numismatics being added.
Besides
packages.
Yeah, we'll constantly be looking at doing, and that's something else too we've already talked about, is getting into the price range. We can maybe have several different, like some people will just want American Silver Eagles, so we could probably integrate something that's a much lower cost for people who maybe don't want to spend more than $100 a month. And then also adding a higher end, very collectible one where we could call and get certain coins that are a lot more rare, have a lot more upside potential to them. Those kind of coins are usually around $200, something like that. So having at least 3 options is definitely one of our eminent goals. So
yeah, and I think that's a good way to do it. That tiered structure, best, what is it? Best, better,
Yeah, good, better, best. Yeah,
good, better, best. There it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Plus 3 options people still do fairly well with. Outside of that, start to get overload.
Exactly. Yep.
Nice. I like that a lot. That's exciting stuff. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all the questions that I wanted to cover. And that really, I think, will hopefully help a lot of people that are coming into this. Most people that are coming into this, I don't know how the rest of the company looks, but I'll tell you that my whole audience is a crypto audience coming over into this. So a lot of them are like new to gold, silver, precious metal stuff, auto ship stuff. A lot of this is brand new to them. They know crypto really well, but this is new to them. And it's because that not only are we talking about another asset and more diversification, but we're also talking about that you can check out and fund it with Bitcoin. That's what got them so excited and got us into it. But hopefully this helps bridge the gap with some of the questions that they have. So thank you so much for jumping on with me. I really appreciate your time, brother.
Absolutely. Anytime, Jameson.
All right, cool. Thanks. See ya.
Thanks. Yeah, bye now.